Hi, this is Megan. I promised one of my channels that I would do the TMI Tag video. So I think I'm going to do it in two different videos because there's so many questions. I kind of picked and choose from a couple of different places for my questions, from Pinterest and from Twitter and also from YouTube and stuff like that. So I think I also went to Google just to look at some of the stuff. So the first question is, what am I wearing? Well, currently I am wearing my Coldplay, one of my Coldplay t-shirts. Excuse me. Just a pair of jeans and the UGG boots that my sister gave me quite a while ago. So, number two is, have I ever been in love? And the answer to this is yes. I've been in love a total of 3 times. I am currently in love with the third. Number 3 is, ever had a terrible breakup? And the short answer to that is yes. I think most people have. Number 4 is, how tall are you? I am technically, the last time I did my height was 5'1" and 3/4. So a lot of times I'll just tell people I'm 5'2". Sometimes I'll say I'm 5'1.5", but most of the time I say I'm 5'2" because my dad used to sing to me 5'2", eyes of blue, coochie 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 coo. So that is my height. Number 5, any tattoos and piercings? I have 1 piercing. My ears are pierced just once. I don't have any other piercings. I have 4 tattoos. One that you can see is this I love you tattoo, which needs to be retouched up. My son is deaf, so I got the I love you tattoo. But I found out after I got this that I may be allergic to red ink, which eventually over a long period of time, your body reacts to the allergic reaction by actually sort of pushing the ink out of your system. And eventually you just kind of end up with like a really faded or colorless tattoo. And yeah. So if I get it redone, which I'm sure I eventually will someday, I might have it colored a different color, but I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe blue, because my son's also autistic. So that's the second to the last tattoo that I have gotten. The last one that I got was over New Year's Eve, and it is a girl on the phone. Well, on one of those like old tin can phones. And I got this with my best friend when she came down for New Year's Eve. And we went out New Year's Eve to get them done. She got hers, the same exact one, on her ankle. And I got that one on my, forearm, inner forearm. So, the third one is, I can't really show you right now because I'm wearing Uggs, but it says Elvis. Let's see. Maybe I can't show you. It says, yeah. It says, there we go. It says Elvis with a little note on the side of my foot. And I actually designed that one. I kind of knew what I wanted when my best friend and her sort of cousin-in-law, her husband's cousin, when we went to Memphis, to Graceland, I kind of knew what I was going to write, on the wall. I ended up writing it on the concrete outside the wall, but I knew what I was going to write, and as soon as I wrote it, I was like, that's what I want as my tattoo. And so I took a picture of it that I had written, and then that's what I brought to the tattoo artist. Everybody says that feet tattoos and ankle tattoos really, really hurt. It actually wasn't too bad at all. And the fourth tattoo that I have was my first one, and I really can't show you that one because it's like behind my back. It's on my lower right side, down lower back, I guess you could say. And that is of Eeyore. I never thought I would get any other tattoos because I got that when I was like 21, and it hurt so bad that after the initial black ink, the outline, I just couldn't handle the pain, and I told the guy that I would come back a different day, and he was like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll come back a different day." Yep, never came back, so I never got it colored in. Eventually I may get that one colored in, but boy, that one really, really, really hurt. I think the probably one that honestly hurt the least was this one. It really didn't hurt at all. I also plan to have 2 more in the future, probably on my other forearm and maybe on the other side of my chest. So that's that long long answer for tattoos and piercings. Number 6 is, what is my favorite show? Right now, it is The Flash on, I think, on TV. It's like the CW or something. I just really like that show. And so I'm waiting for it to come back because a couple weeks ago they went on like, you know, their mid-season hiatus or whatever it is that they do. So I'm waiting now because we watch all of our stuff. I don't really watch TV. We just stream it on the internet. So that, and I'm just now within the last like 2 weeks getting into Breaking Bad. I know it's like ancient history, but I really like that show too. So that is my favorite show. Number 7 is favorite bands. Well, obviously, Coldplay is my favorite band. I absolutely love Coldplay. The first time I ever heard them, I just like knew that it was going to be something special. Hold on. So, yeah, I love my Coldplay. Let me see. But I really like U2. I like Imagine Dragons, One Republic. Love the Foo Fighters. All American Rejects. Yeah. So those are some of my favorite bands. Something I miss. I wrote down a lot of these answers just so that it would be kind of quicker and I could just reference them. Something I miss is friends and family in Minnesota. And I guess if you want to say like something as in like not someone you miss, I guess that answer would just be kind of like life without modern technology. I know that everybody, myself included, love modern technology. Computers, phones, cell phones, all of that stuff. But when I was a kid, we would go outside and play forever, and then we would wait to hear, our folks yell at us to come in to eat dinner or whatever, come in for the night. In the wintertime, obviously I'm originally from Minnesota, so in the wintertime it would get dark pretty easily, but we would be sledding until, it was dark. I honestly want to say, okay, yeah, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, but I'm sure it was like 6. But we stayed out forever and had a really fun time playing outside. A lot of times for me, it was hard to get me outside because I like to read so much. But once I was outside, I loved playing outside, playing in the leaves in the fall, all that stuff, just without what we do now. With the modern conveniences of technology, we're just becoming more and more hermit-like and less inclined to talk to people like we used to. So, number 9 is, what is your favorite song? And this is so incredibly hard for me. I have sort of 3 answers for this. My first one is, I think maybe one of my favorite songs is Fix You by Coldplay. It really reminds me of my dad. So does Warning Sign by Coldplay. And I told Nate when we go to the concert at the end of August in Dallas to be prepared, because if they play like any one of those 2 songs or O from their last album, I will be crying because 2 of them remind me of my dad, and one of them reminds me of the miscarriages that I've had. So those make me kind of sad, but they're at the same time, they're my favorite, probably one of my favorite songs. I do have a Spotify public playlist, and it's called Inspirational to Meg. There's like 200 songs on there. There's a whole bunch of songs that I absolutely love, and that help me work out and just be motivated, that kind of stuff. Okay, so how old am I? I am 39 and almost 39 and a half. So that's how old I am. Most people say I have a baby face and don't believe I'm much older than 20. I still get carded sometimes. Number 11 is, what zodiac sign are you? And my birth sign is Sagittarius, and my rising sign is Cancer. I am way more personality-wise like my rising sign Cancer than I am Sagittarius. Sagittariuses love to be wild and free and don't like to be tied down. They love the outdoors. I like outdoors for a certain amount of time, but I am so much of a homebody, and so much more of my Cancer side, which is like really dependent on those that I love and want them there with me all the time. And when I'm by myself, I just do not like it. I do not like that independence like the normal Sagittariuses do. I will have to say that Sagittariuses are like ruled bodily by their hips and their thighs, and I definitely am as well. That those are like 2 of my huge tickle spots. So that is my zodiac signs. Number 12 is a quality I look for in a partner. And that would, one of the top qualities I look for in a partner is compassion. Patience and compassion. If you don't have compassion for people and patience for people, it just doesn't work for me. It just, sorry. You could be the hottest dude, and if you're not compassionate towards animals or humans, yeah, I'm sorry, just, So that is a quality I definitely look for in a partner, and bonus, I got that in Nate, for sure.